What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Burndown. So, in this episode, we are just going to recap, go over some stuff with you guys real quick. Shooting videos this style is much easier than trying to work and shoot videos and edit all that stuff together. So I'm just going to talk, because you guys all know I like to talk, but we'll keep you guys up to date. And then I got an idea I wanted to go over with you guys, so in the comment section, you can kind of let me know if you like that idea or not for the Twinnebago. But first and foremost, let me show you what we got on this boy. So I've been working after hours as usual, plugging away and tinkering on this thing and trying to get the exhaust figured out. So if you watched the channel before, we had the exhaust that just came out here, went out the hood, and then I had my wastegate here, and same thing, and we just cut a hole in it. Well, we did all the fancy paint work and all the stuff, and I don't want to do that, and I want to put exhaust on it for Rocky Mountain Race Week. So ta-da, this is what we've come up with. It is a wonderful hodgepodge of miscellaneous steel pieces, pipes, and parts that I had laying around. We got some stainless, we got some galvanized, we've got the push rod stand off. The idea was from Reed, because I saw him do it on something else and I didn't have anything. I'm like, oh, that steel will work good. And then we got regular mild steel, so this is going to be a big conglomerate. I might scuff and shoot it. If not, it'll just rust from here that way, and then all the welds will rust. But here is what I wanted to kind of showcase for the most part, because these guys are awesome. This is the loud valve. So let me do this. Let me roll it up here and you guys can see. So the cool thing about this guy, yeah, you can see the big gap we left. Anyways, don't judge me, all right? No judgment. This is a safe circle of trust over here. So what happens is there's this little actuator, and we're gonna put boost pressure to this. And when the boost pressure comes in, it'll open this, and that dumps the exhaust. So that is that. And it's just a little nipple here. I believe I can get an AN fitting for like a hard line. And what I'm going to do, because this is all exhaust stuff, I'd like to AN this, because you guys know I dig my hard lines. So we'll make a smooth little aluminum hard line that'll go down to this. And then the other thing I did, just pretend you guys didn't see that giant ugly gap we're going to fill. But it is after, so I've split it, and then it is after a 90. So that should give it a better chance of living and not getting bent, because if you got a wicked two-step and you put it in line, the backfires and the popping and the banging tune can actually bend it, and then you'll have like an exhaust leak. So my other thought was, well, I'll just stuff it at the very bottom, and then if we have an issue under the car, I can still get to this guy and mess with it, because if I put it up here, here, over here, I couldn't reach it. So that was my thought, doing it here. I'll reach out to him and I guess kind of ask if that's correct, but I did put it after 90, so we got a chance for it to live. And if I do have an issue, at least I can get to it, because I didn't want to put like a V-band to V-band and sandwich it somewhere, because I'm like, that's just so many opportunities for an exhaust leak. And then the other thing you'll notice is I've got a 3-inch V-band, so it goes 4-inch dump, next down to a 3, and it'll go single 3 all the way out the back. I got a couple mufflers. I'm gonna let a muffler shop actually do the honors of plumbing it from here back, and then I've got so much crap underneath. We'll have to look at it when we throw it up on the rack, but I'll probably end up poking it out before the back tires and kind of do one of those deals. I'd like to get it out and kind of, you know, but we'll see. And I'd like to split it and do one on each side and hopefully kind of kill some of the noise. But all in all, it is what it is. Let me do this for you guys though. I'll take a quick second. We can set the camera up. I want to install it so you can see how it fits, because it's nice and tight, but it fits pretty well for the most part. And I think everything should work out. But I did want to showcase the loud valve. Once we get it working and rolling, we'll put a camera on that thing and I'll show you guys. We can kind of rev it up and you can see how the flap actually works. I want to give those guys a big shout out. Again, thank you for helping the channel out. And that is how I chose to run it. The only thing I have left to do is, because the loud valve puts a little bit of weight at the end of that pipe, I may put a little brace kind of off the frame just to hold it so it doesn't wiggle and wiggle and, you know, mess anything up. But all in all, let's throw this thing on. We'll take a look at it, and then I will talk to you really quick about plans for the Twinnebago. So let's stuff this on, and then we'll chat more. So I haven't put this in yet with the loud valve on it, so this is also probably the last test fit. The last, maybe it won't fit, test fit. Yeah, man, it is no go. Unless I clock this thing wrong. Alright, well, I thought I would be slick and then tack that thing on and then do a test fit and show you guys. But that is part of fabricating. So let me cut those tacks off of the loud valve portion. We'll figure it out, put it in place magically. We'll do some camera magic, and then we'll talk about this thing, and we'll wrap the video. Give me a minute. Alright, just like that, we are done. Then I was going to pretend nothing happened and then refit it on there and tell you guys to forget that I screwed up. But we won't keep you guys in suspense. We'll just show you that it works and I can take it off and on now. So my turning radius is pretty well crap, but that's at full lock. So we've got space there, everybody's happy. We got room for suspension articulation, and then we clocked it so it'll just kind of hang out there, and then I can just run the hard line, blah blah blah, you know the deal. And this guy goes down there, and that should cruise down and back, and life should be good. So it's not welded up yet. This thing got a little jiggy with it. I don't know what happened. At one angle it looks good, and then now it does this jig jog thing, but I'm okay with it. We're okay. So that is that. I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty compact. And then the plan is I gotta cut this dude off, and I got this is like 2 1/4, so I got a 2 1/2. So we'll cut this dude off here. We'll do a little elbow chingadera, and then I'll mount the new wastegate, and then I'll pop that straight into here. So if I can go straight, I might, but I don't know if that's gonna really happen, but I guess that would be pretty slick. We'll figure it out. So that's the plan. We'll just pop it here, pop it there, boom. So we'll have a hole here. Everything is gravy, right? We'll have a whole self-contained conglomerate. Life is good. Hot side is done. I will take it to an exhaust shop. There's a local guy. It's cheap enough. It's not worth my struggle and headache and hassle. If I can get it running just like this, it's fine. And then we'll have mufflers and stuff put on, and I can bring you guys along. That'll be a fun day, because I really won't have to do anything. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, enough of this turd. You guys know all about this turd. Let's talk about this wonderful turd. Yay! This, for those of you guys that may or may not know, is my twin turbo. There they are, little twins. Lots of dust. 6 liter. This is my little chingadera that we put in. It has a 4L80. It's got twin VS Racing Boys on it. Lots of fun stuff. We got to cut out. Although I want to change the shape of this because it holds like dirt and water. So I'm going to change this to where it just, probably just cut this dude off here. So it's just bam. Anyways, this dude runs. It's been sitting. I didn't have wheels and tires. These are split rim. I ended up getting some. I got them in the backyard. So we got brand new wheels and tires. So that part is taken care of. But I had a buddy over today, and he was like, hey, you know, you taking the Winnebago over to try to do LS Fest? I got my ticket for that, so if you guys didn't know. And I got my tickets and hotel rooms for Rocky Mountain Race Week. So we were busy. And I'd like to take this, make some shakedowns at LS Fest West and see you guys and, you know, hang out and run the car and all that fun stuff. And then this was supposed to go last year. Well, for those of you that obviously live on planet Earth, you know that lots of stuff didn't happen last year. So I want to take it, and I'd like to finish it and paint it, and I have a visor and a few things cosmetically, and then there's some stuff in the house portion of it that I need to finish. But electrical works. I don't have any of the plumbing fixed yet. The AC works, which I probably won't need, maybe not. And then it runs and drives, and I got new tires, so it's never really been road tested, right? So my initial thought was, I'll just try to drive that, and then we'll get somebody to truck and trailer, you know, they can drive my truck and trailer with my car on there. So my buddy started asking me, he goes, hey, you know, you gonna take that to LS Fest? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you gonna paint it before then? And I was looking at it, I was like, I got a little over a month. But I told him, I'm like, you know, it's a scuff and shoot deal, but it's still the size of a small home. And I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I want to at least do a decent job. Like, I know that I could close my eyes and do one of these things and get paint all over stuff, but I want to mask it off. I want to take pieces apart. I want to send stuff to powder coat, because I figure if I'm going to do it, we might as well do it at least as decent as this thing, right? Because this isn't really that nice, but I figure, hell, if my motorhome looks, you know, pretty well like this, we'll be doing pretty good. You know, from far away, things will look amazing. Well, I was like, I don't really think I want to paint it. We're just going to try to get it over there. And he goes, well, you're going to tow with it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to tow with it, because the back half is scabbed on, and I'd have to weld a bunch of stuff up and wire up trailer brakes and so on. He's like, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, explain to him I was in a truck and trailer. And then saying it out loud, I was like, man, I got time, and you either got to do one or the other. So it has to kind of look good and show up, or it's got to function. And I figured the whole point of this motorhome is to tow this car and go to events, right? I don't think the family's gonna be able to make it to LS Fest, so then that leaves me with a lot less stress, because I don't have a 5-year-old, I don't have my wife, and it's just me and my idiot buddies. So at that point, all bets are off, because I don't mind being, like, I don't want to get stranded or nothing, but if things happen, it's not really that bad. You got a few handy guys there, you could, you know, figure it out for the most part. So what do you guys think if we don't make it pretty yet? By the end of the year, I want that thing painted and done, because I have a vision for it. But if I can make it tow, which I think I can do fairly easily, we can just scab a bunch of steel underneath and really brace it up. The back end of this, that's why it doesn't tow, is you'll see when we get under there and do it. But it already has the hitch, and if it's the right size receiver, I can just make sure that thing don't go nowhere. And then wiring up trailer brakes is at the end of the world. So I figure, well, if we can do that, that's kind of all that it really needs to actually tow. So I figure we'll kind of leave it ugly. If I can get around to kind of sprucing some stuff up, we'll do it. But if that thing will tow the car out there and I can just take all my stuff in one shot, I figure that's pretty damn cool. Even though it's not pretty yet, I'm only one guy, you know, and I have a lot of projects, and I figure you guys would forgive me if it's not super fancy, because if it rolls and it goes out there and I got a motorhome that does burnouts and it's towing this turd of a car and we can have some fun, I think that's really what the point is anyways. You know, I was trying to make it really pretty before we kind of debuted it, but you know what? It's a freaking turbo vintage motorhome. What do you guys want from me, right? We built it in the driveway. Come on. So I think that's what we're shooting for. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think that that is a plan, and I think it'll make it more of an adventure. We can let the cameras roll when we go out there, and we'll just see. You know, hopefully we get that thing there to Vegas, have some fun, load it all up, bring it home, and that would be ideal. So that is it. That's all I got for you guys. We got pretty much the exhaust done. I'll have to pull it off and weld the whole thing up, and then I'll refer to my list of stuff. Wastegate, essentially we'll finish off the exhaust completely, and then I think we can get on to wiring. Oh, lastly, before I go too, I did find a pinstriper. My other buddy, I just haven't heard anything from that dude, so I'm just assuming he really doesn't want to do it. So I found the guy's name was like Wild Bill or something. He's an old school guy. He knows a lot of the old school guys that I know, and he was like, you got to bring it down. If you bring it down, I'll do it. So he's in Long Beach. As soon as this turd runs and drives and moves, we'll load on the trailer. We'll have Wild Bill or whatever his name is, pinstripe it all up. We'll throw the graphics on it, and I think we can at least make this fancy. Hopefully we make this thing haul ass for LS Fest West is my plan. Do some shakedowns, and then if that thing just makes it there and we can just camp overnight in the thing, I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think that'd be a big feather in my cap and a lot of fun and a great big milestone. And it's also given me a bit of fire, because I've kind of just been like trudging and getting through stuff. But you know what? I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting a second wind. I'm getting excited. I hope you guys are too. Till next time, next video, you guys know what to do. Keep it locked. I'm out.